Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Curious Kingdom. Today we are recapping action thriller movie Accident Man. A mysterious individual with a distant vantage point holds a pneumatic gun. Its plastic barrel contains no bullets, only shards of glass. The focus of this person's attention is an office worker. Observing closely, we witness his actions unfold. He directs his aim toward an approaching car, firing glass fragments that puncture its tires. The vehicle spirals out of control, colliding with the office worker. The calculated shot turns the driver into an unintentional assailant. With a smirk, the man vanishes. Today, we delve into a film centered around an assassin skilled in orchestrating fatal accidents. Meet Mike, a seasoned hitman associated with an organization led by the retired veteran assassin, Big Ray. Among the Guild of Assassins, Mike stands out as the most accomplished, despite each member employing distinct methods. The hefty, bearded man is a personal favorite of Mike's. His quick temper is mirrored in his chaotic assassination approach, though it no longer garners favor with clients. The next individual, appearing disheveled, specializes in poison. His methods involve contaminating toothpaste or a cigarette, resulting in swift fatality. An elderly man succumbs after mere inhalations. Then, there's the duo of Max and Mick, former Special Forces operatives. They expertly craft killings to resemble mundane accidents, effectively eluding police scrutiny. Lastly, Jane possesses exceptional katana skills, while Fred employs intricate techniques despite his portly appearance. He once eliminated an entire team using a gas concoction. Enter Milton, a bald figure pivotal to the assassin organization. He handles client requests, distributing tasks to the assassins based on specific criteria. The management of funds also falls under the purview of the stout Milton. Due to his unparalleled prowess, Mike receives a multitude of assassination assignments. One instance involves targeting an inebriated office worker. In the dead of night, the intoxicated office worker stumbled home, having consumed an entire bottle of wine. Unbeknownst to him, Mike had surreptitiously infiltrated the premises. The inebriated man's gaze fell upon a watch, prompting him to clamber onto a chair in an attempt to retrieve it. Every motion of the drunken man was anticipated by Mike, who seized an opportune moment to loop a rope around the man's neck from behind. Struggling, the man found himself hanging without comprehending the events that had transpired. Coldly, Mike was asked, "Do you know who I am?" The only reply was a dismissive kick that sent the chair tumbling. "Yes, I know who you are," came the response. "You're worth $25,000. It became evident that Mike's motivation lay primarily in monetary gain, indifferent to the moral character of his targets. He pursued missions driven by financial incentives. Upon completion of the assassination, Mike meticulously documented the evidence with a photograph before departing. His next assignment involved eliminating an entire rock band. Unobtrusively, he slipped into their concert as an ordinary audience member, biding his time as the band performed their final show. Taking note of an exposed power supply line, Mike nonchalantly flipped a glass of water onto the connection. Chaos ensued as the band, performing with electrified equipment, was unexpectedly subjected to electrocution, leaving the audience bewildered and disoriented. After each calculated killing, Mike sought solace through a simple ritual, visiting a pub. He would discreetly pay off the establishment's security guards, securing his privacy. Inside the pub, an unsettling scene unfolded. A group of unruly thugs were harassing an attractive woman. Mike's latent rage surged to the surface, prompting him to intervene with force. The ensuing altercation showcased Mike's exceptional combat skills as he dispatched the inferior fighters. Remarkably, behind his professional facade, Mike's past revealed a different narrative. Flashbacks exposed a younger Mike enduring relentless bullying, including the humiliation of having his lunch money extorted. A pivotal moment in his journey occurred when Mike encountered a middle-aged man attempting to break into a home while carrying a gas cylinder. The subsequent explosion left the man unscathed, arousing Mike's curiosity. Following the mysterious figure for weeks, Mike unearthed a hidden truth. The man was an assassin who meticulously staged his murders as accidents. This enigmatic figure turned out to be none other than Big Ray. Mike's determination led him to confront Big Ray, compelling the seasoned assassin to share his expertise. Having faced his own traumas, Mike's resolve was unwavering. He sought vengeance against his tormentors without courting incarceration. Recognizing Mike's potential and adeptness in stealth, Big Ray acknowledged that Mike was destined to become an assassin. The possibility of orchestrating accidental deaths emerged as a new approach, signaling a pivotal moment in Mike's transformation. When the target wasn't present, Mike covertly entered the house, affixing a bill to the antenna before concealing himself within the blanket. As the individual returned, his certainty was evident, scaling the railing to reach the money. He was met with an unexpected leap from Mike, propelling him downward. The ensuing fall left Mike exhilarated, although he recognized the need to refine his assassination skills, still at an amateur level. Big Ray, observing from below, captured the moment Mike intervened. Aware of the shortcomings, Mike understood the necessity of practice to attain a more formidable proficiency. Under Big Ray's tutelage, Mike underwent comprehensive training, ranging from firearm expertise and orchestrating accidental deaths to defensive techniques. Big Ray imparted knowledge akin to a paternal figure. Over time, Mike evolved into a preeminent assassin within the organization. A task from Milton directed Mike to eliminate a young accountant named Root, who was offered a substantial reward for swift termination. With resolute acceptance, Mike employed a pneumatic shotgun loaded with glass shards. Meticulously observing Root's movements, Mike awaited the opportune vehicular angle. As the targeted car approached, he discharged glass fragments into the tire, causing a diversion. The ensuing collision claimed Root's life, masking the incident as an accident. Mike's characteristic smirk accompanied his departure, leaving the driver in trepidation, falsely believing he had committed a murder. Subsequently, a call from Milton summoned Mike to the designated street for reward collection. However, he fell into an ambush set by another assassin. The novice adversary attempted an assortment of martial techniques but was repeatedly subdued by Mike. Voicing his disdain, Mike criticized the amateur's reckless approach, ultimately incapacitating him through suffocation and a fatal neck twist, ensuring a convincing portrayal of accidental demise. Mike staged the scene to suggest a collision resulting from loss of control. Following these events, Mike received a call from a woman named Charlie, who delivered the tragic news of his ex-girlfriend Beth's demise. Having parted ways some time ago, Beth was an environmental activist responsible for shuttering numerous factories due to their environmental impact. Mike hurried to Beth's funeral, where he encountered Charlie. The unsettling truth emerged. Beth had encountered two thieves attempting burglary upon her return. The confrontation ended tragically, as the thieves unintentionally caused her death. Curiously, police investigations revealed their fingerprints identifying the burglars, later finding that both of them died of drug overdose. Furthermore, Charlie disclosed a heart-wrenching revelation: Beth had been carrying Mike's child. The weight of this tragedy hung heavily over Mike's thoughts. Determined to uncover the truth, he ventured to Beth's former apartment, carefully reconstructing the scene. Mike's keen insight easily discerned that this was no ordinary burglary but a meticulously staged assassination. Acquiring police investigation records, he discovered that Beth had traces of sleeping pills in her bloodstream. The official account cited her treatment for a fear of flying, a detail that clashed with her true nature. Mike's deductions led to a chilling realization: Beth had been drugged and assassinated, with the crime scene subsequently manipulated to resemble a botched burglary, conveniently placing blame on two drug addicts. The architects behind this sinister plot were none other than Mick and Mac. Fueled by rage, Mike embarked on a mission to confront the culprits and uncover the motives behind the heinous act. Locating Mick and Mac, Mike confronted them, and they readily admitted their involvement. Their nonchalant attitude and justification that Beth and Mike had severed ties only fueled Mike's fury. Despite the odds, Mike's exceptional combat skills and the narrative's dramatic underpinning granted him the upper hand. He unleashed a series of relentless and precise attacks, overpowering the former Special Forces operatives. Turning to Charlie for more information, Mike learned of a crucial detail: Beth possessed a vital hard drive containing critical information. A backup of this data was stored at Beth's parents' residence. However, their conversation was abruptly interrupted as a fiery, bearded assassin from the guild stormed in, targeting Charlie. The ensuing confrontation showcased the bearded man's unbridled anger as he launched a relentless assault. Amid the chaos, Charlie managed to wound the assassin, but his brute strength nearly proved fatal. The encounter ended with the bearded assassin impaled on an axe, his dying words revealing Milton's involvement in the assassination attempt on Charlie. Armed with newfound information, Mike confronted Milton, coercing him to divulge the mastermind behind the requests for the assassinations of both Beth and Charlie. The revelation pointed to an accountant named Kent. Armed with this knowledge, Mike coordinated with Charlie, who had obtained Beth's incriminating documents. Charlie unveiled a deeper layer to Beth's activism. She had targeted an Indian oil company named Vancap. The company, initially barred from drilling for oil, had secured drilling rights through government bribery. An informant within Vancap, the accountant Root, had relayed this information to Beth, triggering a chain of events that ultimately led to her tragic demise. The story unraveled further, exposing a web of corruption and deceit that Mike was determined to untangle, seeking justice for Beth and the unborn child she carried. Exactly, the pivotal figure was Root, the accountant whose actions set off a chain of events. Kent, Root's colleague, was aware of the bribery information Root had shared with Beth. In response, the company director instructed Kent to eliminate anyone privy to the bribery scheme. Kent engaged Milton to find a suitable assassin and secretly recorded their conversation, eventually passing the recording to Mike. In the midst of this revelation, Mick and Mac abruptly entered the scene. Witnessing Mike's escalating actions, Big Ray sanctioned a full-scale assault by the entire team of assassins. Mick and Mac launched an aggressive attack, with Mac nursing a jaw injury. A frenzied confrontation unfolded, with Mac hurling a grenade at Mike. Channeling his inner athleticism, Mike managed to kick the grenade back, stunning the assailants. Seizing the moment, Mike wrested control of Mac's gun, inadvertently leading to an accidental gunshot wound inflicted on Mac by Mick. Mike used a fire extinguisher to temporarily subdue Mick. Meanwhile, an ambush by the poison-wielding assassin was thwarted by Mike's awareness and quick reflexes. Mike overpowered the assailant, using his own knife to his advantage. Subsequently, Mike encountered Fred, a less formidable assassin. Dispatching Fred with ease, Mike retrieved a poison bandage from his possession. Moving forward, Mike confronted the director of the Vancap Company, where he encountered a skilled female assassin proficient in katana combat. Tasked by Big Ray to protect the director, the female assassin initially posed a challenge due to her agility. However, her lesser physical strength ultimately rendered her susceptible to Mike's forceful intervention. The director armed the female assassin with a katana, leading to a fierce exchange of swordplay. Mike demonstrated agility and resourcefulness, evading the assassin's strikes. Mike's strategic attempts to utilize nearby objects, such as a lamp and a suitcase, proved futile against the skilled assassin's relentless onslaught. Following a momentary lapse in the female assassin's guard, Mike seized the opportunity, countering her attack and disarming her. With swiftness and determination, he wrested the katana from her grasp and delivered a decisive blow. Moving onward, Mike confronted the director, who attempted to bribe him with money. Unmoved, Mike swiftly executed a lethal strike, ending the director's life. Returning to Big Ray, Mike revealed the truth by playing the incriminating recording. The video exposed Kent's sinister plot, orchestrated by the director, which involved hiring Milton to eliminate Root, Beth, and Charlie in a calculated sequence. The plan was to eliminate the assassin after his job was done, effectively covering the tracks. A significant reward was promised, 3 times the initial payment, in exchange for the treacherous deeds. Milton, motivated by greed, had assigned Mike the task of eliminating Root as the first step in this ruthless plan. Recognizing Mike's reluctance to kill Beth, Milton dispatched a young assassin to eliminate Mike. Subsequently, other lesser experienced assassins were assigned to eliminate Beth and Charlie. The convoluted scheme demonstrated a cunning ploy to manipulate the situation to their advantage. With the truth unveiled, Milton faced the consequences of his actions. A brutal encounter with Big Ray left him battered and broken. Mike, wielding the poisoned bandage, ensured Milton's demise, culminating in a fitting end to his malevolent influence. The revelations left Big Ray conflicted, acknowledging the organization's downfall under Mike's actions, while harboring his own anger over the revelation. In a final, poignant moment, Big Ray decided to sever ties with Mike, closing the chapter on their relationship and concluding the intricate tale of assassins, vendettas, and intrigue. This cinematic narrative delved into the depths of human actions, a sarcastic take on karma, and the relentless pursuit of justice. With its web of characters, their unique skills, and the complex interplay of motives, the story captivates audiences with its twists, turns, and dramatic confrontations. That's all for today, folks. Like, share, and subscribe for more such content. Curious Knight signing off. Stay safe, stay curious.